Hi there, it's NinzyRoo here, and I am back with another speed build in The Sims 4. I know in the last speed build I had done a voiceover in, I had said that I was going to try and do a base game only house, but that didn't happen. I went into this build with every intention of making it base game only, but I just, I don't know, I couldn't do it. I had so many things from other packs that I wanted to end up using. It just kind of evolved. So it is still in my plans to do a base game only build at some point going forward, but I just don't know when that's going to happen. I've just been really in the mood to build homes that use a lot of different packs, especially since I recently just got a few packs with a sale that was going on because I didn't have all of them, and now I have, well, pretty much now I have all the ones I really want. So I've been just really enjoying building with them and not restricting myself. So, but like I said, it is still in the plan going forward at some point to do base game only. I know a lot of people really prefer that. It just makes it so much easier to download and put in your game. So yes. All right, so let's talk about this build. I am doing another Colonial. On my channel there is another speed build. It was a Colonial family home, and this one is also a Colonial. I found an image on, I believe it was Pinterest, it usually is, that I really liked. It also had some colors that I really liked and I could do in The Sims, so I decided to build this house. It is, so I start with the with this red brick, and it is really looking nice with that and the blue siding as an accent, but I end up changing it out for a brick, I think. Now I can't remember which pack this brick comes from that I changed it out from, but I end up changing out to a lighter brick, and then I do the windows with the green shutters because I had already a house, a Colonial next door with the black shutters, and I just thought it felt a little bit repetitive because I am trying to create my own, every home is either renovated or built by me save file, and I wanted this neighborhood to be kind of cohesive and have, mostly colonials and cottages, but I didn't want them to look identical. So I ended up changing up the color scheme at some point here. I also added a couple little bay windows on the side of the building, or on the side of the house, just because I really wanted a little more interest on this side. I do end up getting rid of that chimney stack on the side because it just, along with the bay windows, it didn't look very nice to me, so I end up just sticking a chimney on the top of the house as a roof decoration as opposed to building one on the side. And actually I think it turns out really nice. I think it looks nicer than it would have had I done it this way. This home is, I believe it is a 3-bedroom 2-bath home with an office downstairs and a nice big kitchen, and a really nice living room as well with the huge windows. I also created a family for this house. They are, what are their names? I can't remember. I'll have to look. I will look and then I'll let you know what the names are. Just give me a moment here. Okay, the family is called the Kaufmans. It's a husband, wife, 2 boys, a teenager and a child, and then a dog and a cat. And I created them to live in this house for my own save file in my game. But I will put them on the gallery if I haven't already, so that you could download them and put them in the house and play with them if you'd like. I also have a family in the neighboring house, that Colonial, that I built for that family, and they are called the Bright family, and I have a little bit of a drama in my gameplay, whereas the husband from this family, the Kaufmans, is actually having an affair with the wife from the Bright family, and she is, shocker, pregnant. I like a little drama in my gameplay. I think it's really fun. And since I don't have any kind of drama like that in my real life, it's just kind of fun to, play out my own little soap opera sometimes. So that's what I've got going on with this family. So I will, like I said, I will put both houses on the gallery. Actually, that original Colonial, it's a base game and seasons Colonial. It's already on the gallery under my username NinzyRoo. And then the family, I believe, has been uploaded as well. If they haven't, then I'm going to do that too here, probably right after posting this video and uploading this house with the family that I built for it. That way, like I said, you can download the houses only, or you could download the families only, or you could download all of them and play with them in your game, and it would be a lot of fun because there's already kind of built-in drama, careers, and skills, and all that kind of stuff. So here I am, I'm changing the siding color. I'm also, fixing it up outside so I can put some of that trim on the house. And then I am going to be changing the color of the brick here. Yeah, here we go. I just really like it. I think it's from Vampires, is from what I can tell, and I'm looking at it. It's a really pretty brick, and I think it just really looks nice with the green shutters and that kind of yellowy, creamy siding as an accent. So I really enjoyed building this house. It kind of just came together pretty quickly. I struggled a little bit with floor plan, and then of course, like I said, deciding what color to do it, but like I said, it came pretty quickly anyway. Here I am putting in the big kitchen, and it's kind of a really light and airy kitchen with kind of these orangey colored appliances and white cabinets. And my Sims that I built for this house, the wife or the mom is a chef, and so I thought, oh, she needed a really nice big kitchen with an island that she could prep on and serve her kids on, and I just thought it would be really nice to have that. I also originally was putting these plants in this corner, but I realized after I started doing the landscaping, that I didn't have a back door leading to the backyard. So I do end up deleting one of those windows, moving those things to the other corner, and putting a door in that matches the front door, so that your Sims could get outside really easily from this end of the house. So now I'm just putting in a little bit of clutter on the counters. I really love the hanging herbs that came, I think, with seasons. They look so nice, especially when you size them down. When they're the regular size, like the stock size that they come in, I just don't really care for them. I feel like they feel a little bit over large. But when I size them down, I really love them, and I put them in a lot of my kitchens. So here I'm doing the dining room. It's very simple. It's a very formal dining room. Not a whole lot going on. I was originally going to put a fireplace in here, but then it just didn't look really nice with the rug kind of off center from the table, and I didn't want the rug to be sitting underneath the fireplace because I don't think that's very realistic, one, and two, I just didn't think I don't know, it just didn't look very nice. So I put some paintings in here. I think I put some plants in here, and maybe a storage shelf, but I can't remember. No, I think I don't. I think I just leave it table, chairs, and a couple plants and pictures, and of course the curtains, and that's it. I also put this nice china cabinet out in the living room because I had this little corner space that I didn't really have much use for, and I decided I don't get to use that cabinet very often, and I love it. I really like it, so I thought, well, this was a kind of a perfect place to put it. And I toyed also with going with some colorful couches, but then I decided, no, my Sims, they're very beige people. They wanted it very clean light and airy with some nice warm wood tones and stuff like that. So that's what I end up going with. I think I settle on this living room set. I also was originally going to put that table over where the boombox is, but realized that after I created the family, excuse me, I had a little tickle in my throat. After I created the family, I didn't have a place to put the dog's bed. So I end up shuffling things around. I don't remember if I do that on camera or not. I might, but when I upload it to the gallery, it'll oh yeah, here we go. I am shuffling it around a little bit, moving that table over here. Or maybe not. I don't know. But I do, like I said, eventually move that table, and I put a dog bed over in this other kind of nook in the living room. I really love this bookcase with the succulent, or this book decor with the succulents. It does function as a bookshelf as well, so you can your Sims can click on that, and your Sims can get books out of it and read whatever they want to read. But I love that with the succulents on either side, and I like to double them up and kind of overlap them. I think that looks really nice, and then of course change the color so it's not too repetitive. I also thought maybe I would put some planter boxes underneath the windows, but the more I thought about it, the more I really liked it just kind of looking clean on the outside without a whole lot of, decoration on the front of the house. I felt like these, the Sims that live here really just want their house to kind of be showcased in all its original architectural glory rather than adding a bunch of knickknacks and display or decoration on the outside of the house. I figure they would have bought this house because of all the brick, which in the real world is really expensive. So they probably take a lot of pride in that. That they could, afford a home such as this. It's kind of grand with a lot of brick, and they would want to show that off. And like I said before, this house does have two, actually, does it have 3 bathrooms? Now I can't remember. I think it might have 3 bathrooms. It has a main bathroom downstairs, a main, another bathroom upstairs, and then I think also a master bathroom. Gosh, I couldn't get my words there, but I could be wrong. It might just be a 2-bath. The husband, or the dad of this family, he is a professor at one of the universities, so I'm going to put a few of those kind of reward items that you would get in the teacher career up on the wall. And again, I just thought, it just adds a little extra touch to the build when you can add those extra things that your Sims would have gotten having advanced into those careers. And I think this office, even though it's small, I thought it turned out really nice and kind of cozy. I also put that stand there that looks kind of like a periodic table. I'm not sure if that's actually what it's supposed to be, but I put that in. I thought it kind of suited his intellectual idea. So yeah, there is 2 bathrooms upstairs, the parents' bathroom and then the kids' bathroom, and then of course the bathroom downstairs as well. So they're not wanting for bathrooms in this house at all. I also was originally thinking I was going to put the younger kid in the smaller room with the bay window, and then the older kid in the big bedroom. But after I start furnishing it, I realized I didn't really have a lot of room for all the things I wanted to put in the child's room, like the Void Critters gaming station, because that does take up a lot of space, and it just wasn't going to fit neatly in this room. So I ended up switching everything over here before too awfully long. Yeah, here I am doing it right now. And you know, I guess it probably would be a bummer if you're the teenager and you don't have a bigger room, but also the kid's got so many toys. I figure he needs that space, and it works out really nicely. I also never used this color swatch on this furniture from Parenthood, but I thought I'd give it a try, and it actually turns out really nicely. All the colors, that kind of like the orangey wood with the orange and blue, very very childlike, very youthful, and I really liked the looks of it. I also love that floor clutter from Parenthood with the backpack and the books and stuff. That is so realistic. As a mom to twin 7-year-olds, let me tell you, there's always mess. It feels like I'm constantly asking them to clean up, put your stuff away. We don't really have backpacks right now just because they are doing the homeschool because of COVID, but when they did have backpacks, definitely, you know, mess falling out of them for sure. I also put a couple of those Void Critter packs in his room so that if you do download and start playing, that your kid wouldn't have to go and buy some. They'd already have some there that they could open up and use for with the gaming console. And my teenager here, he's kind of into music, and you know, he's got, I don't know, an affinity for like darker colors, and I thought he liked horror films, and he is probably, I'm thinking, either going to go into music, or maybe if not music, then he could go into acting. I felt like he was a very creative sim. I give him a couple guitars, and a lot of the posters from, I think, from Get Together, as well as a couple from Get Famous. I could be wrong. They might all be, oh no, I think they're actually City Living and Get Together. And like I did all his furniture black. I thought he would really like the darker, you know, more, I don't know, cozy tones, make his room feel nice and tight and cozy and comfy. I really like the kind of crocheted black rug against all his furniture. I think it looks really nice. And I thought about doing a lava lamp in here, but I didn't like the color, the hue that it gave the bedroom. So here I am heading to the parents' room, or the master suite, I should say, and I really love the way it turns out. It's kind of more my speed with the little bit lighter wood tones than, say, their oldest son's room, but they're still kind of dark. There's a nice dresser and nightstands that match, and I was gonna put in the vanity table, but I really didn't feel like I had a lot of room to do that and do a dresser, so I just did a dresser and put a little tray on top of it that looks like it might have some makeup products in it, and I thought that looked really nice. I also decided to do this City Living picture on the wall. I could not find something else that I liked better. It wasn't my favorite choice, but I think it looks pretty nice. It's kind of pulling some blues, which they do have on their bedspread and on their chair, which look pretty nice. Now I'm just copying over all the things from the bathroom. All the bathrooms are pretty much identical, and they generally tend to be. When I'm building a house, I don't make a lot of changes, just because in the real world I feel like a lot of your bathrooms in one house, even if you've got 10, they all look very similar, you know, and I mean, that's the way my house is. It's all the same coloring, same scheme, and design, but I feel like I kind of like that aesthetic in The Sims. I feel like it feels really realistic. And I'm just putting a few clutter items, few decoration items in the hallway there. And then here's where I am putting in the dog bed and moving over that table with the books on it. The backyard is also not very big. I've got this kind of decent sized patio. It's got room for a grill and a nice table to sit at. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of room out in the backyard. I do a lot of landscaping, but one thing I do manage to fit in is like a playhouse for the child sim that lives here. I was gonna do kind of a treehouse idea, and then I was just like, no, I didn't really like the way it was coming out, and I don't know, I didn't want a treehouse at this house. I decided to do just a ground level playhouse. That I used some of the paneling from Outdoor Retreat, I think it is. It looks kind of unfinished. You can see nail holes and a little bit of fraying of the wood on it, and it ends up looking really, really nice and really cute. And it's funny because when I moved my family into this house and started kind of play testing things and getting them, all their skills and all their relationships and stuff like that, the little boy, he immediately went out into the play house, which I thought, oh, that made me happy. I was like, yes, it was good to build it because he liked it. I put a little cardboard dollhouse in there and a couple cushions and a few other decorative items and toys that he could use. And I thought maybe this could be something that was kind of a build yourself kind of playhouse, like either the two boys did it together, or maybe dad built it for the oldest boy and now this belongs to the youngest boy because, the oldest boy has no need for a playhouse. I put a couple lanterns in there because I didn't want to have like electricity out in this house. Even though I know you could build a playhouse that had electricity to it, I thought that didn't seem very realistic for my idea of how this little playhouse was built. So I put a couple lanterns in there so that if he's playing out there in the evening, he can still see pretty good. Now I'm just doing some terrain paint and some finishing touches on the outside of the house. I'll tell you what, terrain paint makes a huge difference. Once you lay down your landscaping, if you don't terrain paint, I feel like it just doesn't look finished. And I never used to really be good about painting the terrain, but now I'm much more, aware of how much better it looks. I'm just putting some final touches on the back patio, putting a little grill, a little eating area, a couple lights, dog toys, things of that nature. And then here pretty soon we'll be going into the screenshots. So I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, find me on Sims Gallery under the Origin ID NinzyRoo.